How do you drink your coffee, Braxton?
With a lot of cream and sugar.
Okay, I don't know why. I feel like I knew that about you, but
You probably did. I'm not like an actual coffee drinker.
you're a cream with some
Yeah.
coffee in it.
Yeah, I like a little bit of coffee with the sweet stuff.
I love that. Well, Mary Cheatham went a couple weeks ago, went a full 24 hours without coffee, and it was not good.
It was supposed to be a week, but I caved after 24 hours. I mean, truly.
I mean, I'm married to somebody who's just like that, so I get it.
Oh
yeah,
man.
life was
it wouldn't
not
be good for us either.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, it was not good.
Goodness.
I understand.
Well, Brax, thank you. Sorry, I should call you Braxton here. We're going to be formal. Thank you for being with us today. We're here with Braxton Underwood. MC, I'll let you introduce him, but we're just really thrilled to have you here.
That's exactly right. So we are here with Braxton Underwood, who you may know through the community. I know, Braxton, you're so involved.
Very much so.
And Braxton is the athletic director at Gramercy. He, of course, also teaches and coaches and all that jazz. Jack of all trades. And Braxton's also married to a very accomplished photographer who we worked with before, Meredith Underwood.
We love him.
So we have Braxton on here today actually to talk about an event that is happening a week from today, next Friday. And it is an event honoring Buddy McKeel, who tragically passed away, and his family and friends have come together and really are honoring him and have created something really special. And so we want to make sure that you guys know about it. It is called the Fins and Feathers Fundraiser. It's going to be a dinner next Friday. So Braxton, would you tell us a little bit about what the event will be like?
Yeah, sure. So first off, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on the show. I've joked with Megan that it's my life's goal to get on Coffee with MC. So
He really has.
I feel like I've arrived finally. So I really appreciate you guys having us on. But so Fins and Feathers event, it's happening Friday, September 16th. It's at One Harbor Moorhead off Fisher Street, and the event's from 6 to 8. They're going to open the doors at 6. It's essentially a fundraiser, but they're doing dinner, and there'll be auctions and raffles done. There's going to be some music, some speakers, and it's essentially a twofold kind of event. The first one is really just to honor Buddy and his memory, and kind of the legacy that he's left behind him, and the one that his family wants to carry on. And then the other is to raise money to go towards their scholarship fund, the Buddy McKeel Scholarship for Children of First Responders, which is something they started last year, really soon after his passing, to essentially raise money to give out scholarships to first responders' families who have children that are wanting to go to the next level of schooling, whether it be trade school, community college, or for university. So that's what the Fins and Feathers event is. It's going to be huge. There's already stuff that raffles have already sold out and things, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're really excited about it.
That's awesome. Braxton, so the public can purchase tickets and come, is that right? How can someone watching right now, grab a ticket for themselves?
Yeah, so they can, public can come purchase tickets. Friendly Market is selling them. Also, Boardwalk Screenprinting is selling them. You just go to one of those locations, ask about it. They're also really involved with the event. Friendly Market's actually providing some of the food, which I'm personally really excited about. And so, you go to either of those locations and you can buy tickets. The tickets are $50, and 100% of everything raised that night, obviously, is going towards the Buddy McKeel Scholarship Foundation. So
that's awesome.
And Braxton, tell us how you came to be involved.
Yeah, so my Buddy was my friend. He was a very good friend of mine, and I had only known him for a few years. He started coming to our church and was put in my community group. They told me there's just a young guy who's coming to church by himself. His family goes to church somewhere else in town, and they thought we would be a good fit together. And through that, we just became really good friends. And when he passed, I had actually never really met his family. I mean, I had met them in passing, but it was the first time I actually sat down and talked with them. And it was probably 10 minutes before they were like, you have to speak at Buddy's funeral. And it was a huge honor, obviously, to do that. Incredibly difficult, but huge honor to be a part of that. And just through that and those weeks that all of that was happening, just got really close with his family. And I pretty much told them there's there's basically nothing I wouldn't do to help them in any way. And I meant it. And I love them, and their hearts are just like absolute gold. And they really, really want to do these things well. Not only to honor Buddy, but like to help the community, because that's the kind of person he was. And so that's how I got thrown in. I said, I kind of raised my hand to help with whatever. And this was one of the things they wanted me to help with. So I'm excited to do it. It's, like I said, I'm obviously do a lot at the school and I'm busy, but like, this is something that I just want to make a priority to help with. And I think the community does too. And you can really feel that the community's kind of keep rallying around it. So
I think that's right. I think you're exactly right. I mean, everybody, everybody who knew Buddy has such wonderful things to say about him. And then of course, Mr. Gary and Miss Sandra and everybody in that family, I know they're very beloved. And so just a wonderful thing to be able to come together and celebrate Buddy, and also to have what a cool concept to help the children of first responders, and that's near and dear to their hearts, so to be able to come together and contribute to that as well. It's just a great opportunity.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else that we haven't asked you that you want to include about the event?
Cover everything. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned the food. They have, like, if you go to their Facebook page, the Buddy McKeel Scholarship for Children of First Responders, they have a whole Facebook page with some graphics and stuff at the event. There's all sorts of, like I mentioned, the raffles are happening. There's some really cool items that are getting raffled, and the tickets are sold out for those. Like, it happened like instantly. People are just eating them up. But they're also selling some BMS, Buddy McKeel Scholarship apparel, some that's already been passed out, like the hats. They're also going to have some different apparel there. I've heard that there might be some new stuff that they haven't shown out and are sold yet. There's also going to be tons of vendors that are a part of the silent auction. People like Friendly Market. I have a whole list here. I mean, Sports Center is going to offer stuff. Brigham Wright's offering stuff. Basque Hotel. Awesome. So tons of local people in the community have kind of rallied together to give items to this event, so that all of the money isn't bought, it's not used to purchase the auction item.
Right. It goes to the bottom line.
People are like all in on letting this all go to the bottom line and all being a part of the scholarship. And I mean, they did this last year without even doing it a large event like this. They were able to raise $24,500. Usually they're thinking of targeting a few students at each high school. They had 8 applicants, and they were able to give in their first year all 8 applicants a chunk of change to go towards trade school, community college, four-year university. Cool. So in the first year alone, not even a full year, they raised almost $25,000. So the hope is, far beyond that we can do a lot more and really bless these kids who really are, I feel like, a little overlooked. First responders in our community are appreciated. But it's even in their purpose statement that, it'll help change these kids' futures and their family, the first responders' families, which only goes further to benefit our community. And that's what they're all about.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's great.
And one of the things, Braxton, I was thinking of too, we can put a link on the page that there are probably folks who would just like to donate.
Yeah.
I know that there's, sometimes attending an event doesn't work for multiple reasons, but we'll pop that up there too, so that you guys, if you want to support this incredible cause, you can just make a donation.
And that's what's cool is the scholarship itself is, it's not just Buddy's family that's gotten involved in the foundation of the scholarship. It's people in the community that have contacted Gary and said, we want to be a part of not even just an event like this, but just the ongoing of this scholarship. And so it's made up of Buddy's family, but also people in the community who have just bought into making this scholarship a yearly thing and not letting it die out. So it's really cool.
It is cool.
That's awesome.
This is such a cool community, and this is a perfect example of that. And anyway, just really important to remember Buddy and celebrate him and let his legacy live on through this incredible work that this organization's doing. So thank you, Braxton, for being here. And
you're welcome.
I have one last question for you before we let you go.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm like weirdly excited to hear your answer for this.
No pressure.
I feel like you're just so well spoken and always no pressure. But Braxton, we're curious, what's been saving your life recently?
Oh man. I've obviously been a big fan of coffee and whiskey and heard this question quite a bit. And I too am like always curious to see what people's answers are. I've thought about it, for the one day that I would get on this show. And I would honestly say something that is saving my life right now is something that Gary, actually, who's become a good friend of mine, always tells me, even if we're talking about big life stuff or this event, no matter what we're talking about, he always says, hug your boys. And I have 2 sons, Everett and Ezra, with my wife Meredith, and they're 3 and 2. So our house and our lives are, as you can imagine, a little chaotic between the AD and the business my wife runs and having kids. And so honestly, it's easy to just get caught up in the hustle and bustle. But I love talking to Gary and hearing him tell me to hug my boys, and it's just a reminder of what's actually important. And so, yeah, the little bit of time in this season of life that I get at home with my kids and with my wife, I feel like that's what's saving my life right now. It's not as much as I would want. Everybody wants to be with their family all the time, but it's just this event and just life in general has kind of formed out of Buddy's memory. And I really always appreciated that Buddy was always so close with his family, and just considered it an honor to live by them and to live in the same area. And I don't want to take any of that for granted, that I get to be with my family, with my parents who are right down the road, with my wife's parents who are right down the road, in this beautiful place that we get to call home. And so I feel like what's saving my life right now is that just being with my kids and the time I get to spend with them, and trying not to take those things and those moments with my wife when we put them down and it's quiet for a second. Just those little moments, like trying not to take those for granted, and just
absolutely,
that's a great one.
Being appreciative of the fact that we're all here. When Buddy passed, it was the most challenging thing was just that he wasn't here. And like, he lived a great life and he's a great guy, but he's not here. So while I'm here, while my kids are here, while my wife is here, when my parents are here, I just want to soak it up. So
I love that.
Well, my life.
Braxton, when you're
really
when you're away from your family, I know you bless so many people. I mean, I've known you.
Yeah.
I've known you not very long, but I know you were talking about, not knowing Buddy that long. And I don't think that matters for you. You just make those connections with people so well. And I know the folks, when you're away from your family, I know that folks are appreciative of your time, because you just pour so much into people. So we thank you for that. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all you do for our community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks,
No
Braxton.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Thank you. See you
Bye,
then.
Brax.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh, why am I just like get a little teary.
I know that he did a great job.
He really did. He's super well spoken. He's a part of, I met him through volleyball. We were on the same volleyball team.
Oh, cool.
He's friends with Lana. He was in my community group as well. And just a great guy. Love him, love his wife, love his kids. They're so cute. So Braxton, you're the best. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Yes.
That was good. Well, I think that I'm gonna just piggyback right on his and just say what's saving my life is I loved, we went to Ocracoke last weekend with our family and just love spending some time with my people.
The best.
So good.
I love it.
So good. And sometimes it does take, when you're in the hustle and bustle at home, it's hard to do that. So disconnecting a little bit is always good.
Absolutely. You hug your people.
That's exactly right. How
Love
about
it.
you?
Mine, it ties into Braxton too. Just, I love how small our community is and how we come together for things like this. And, Braxton's wife, Meredith, took the photo for the cover of our Carter Curated so cool. magazine.
Yeah.
Like, everything's connected in such a cool way. And a lot of people, don't love the small town feel, but like, I think it's the coolest thing here. I love the fact that everyone's connected in some way, and it just like bonds us together to be stronger for things like this, for events like this, to make a big impact for, in this case, children of first responders.
I mean, it really is amazing. Our community is amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Awesome. MC, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Great to see y'all. And we will pop that link down there so that if you want to attend the event, we'll see you there. And if you would like to make a donation, you can do that as well. Thank you guys so much for your support as always.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.